Hi! Welcome to Bioshock Infinite. I'm playing this. I know that I've still got a couple of bits on Tomb Raider to do, but I had laryngitis and couldn't speak for like 7 days. So I ended up losing myself to Euro Truck Simulator. Don't ask. It's strangely addictive. Anyway, I'm going to do a playthrough of this and also the collectibles videos. But I will leave you with this intro. I'll see the other side.
Booker, are you afraid of God?
No. But I'm afraid of you.
Are you going to just sit there?
As compared to what? Standing?
Not standing, rowing.
Rowing? I hadn't planned on it.
So you expect me to shoulder
What's
the
this?
burden?
No, but I do expect you to do all the rowing.
And why is that?
Coming here was your idea.
My idea.
I've made it very clear that I don't believe in the exercise.
The rowing.
No. Imagine that's wonderful exercise.
Then what?
The entire thought experiment.
Excuse me. How much longer?
One goes into an experiment knowing one could fail.
One does not undertake an experiment knowing one has failed.
Can we get back to the rowing?
I suggest you don't. We're never going to get there.
No, I mean I'd greatly appreciate it if you would assist.
Perhaps you should ask him. I imagine he has a greater interest in getting there than I do.
I suppose he does, but there's no point in asking.
Why not?
Because he doesn't row.
He doesn't row.
No, he doesn't row.
Ah, I see what you mean. We've arrived. Shall we tell him when we'll be returning?
Would that change it?
Might give him some comfort.
At least that's something we can agree on.
Hey! Somebody meeting me here?
I'd certainly hope so.
It does seem like a dreadful place to be stranded.
Well, maybe there's someone inside.
So, as with, well, I didn't finish Bioshock 2, and I don't really remember it. I think it was more of a shooter than an adventure. But as with the first Bioshock, you're kind of just stranded, left on your own to explore. Having been told how to climb the ladder, you can't climb that one, annoyingly. And just around the corner here, there's some loot. So this playthrough, I'll be speeding up the stuff where I go off track a bit. This is a blind playthrough, so as if you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know I like to poke in corners.
Excuse me. It's Booker DeWitt. I guess you're expecting me?
So yeah, I explore first and follow the mission later. And I typically go the opposite way to the arrow. Hello, Booker. Aren't you pretty?
Good luck with that, pal.
Which means that, yeah, so I'll, like, looking at the door, I was wondering if I could shut it behind me. But you can't. There's a telephone there, which I'll come back and use in a minute, and there's a wallet there under the bed that kept flashing strangely at me. So I'll faff around with that a bit later. And there's a sink with hot water. Yay, running water. I guess you'd expect that with it, you know, being next to the sea. Perhaps it's salt water. There's the phone. Dead ringtone. Well, not really dead. But yeah, it kept flashing up there. You pick up, and I couldn't see what it was. And eventually I realised it's that wallet under there for some coins. Now death's, I think, different in this to Bioshock. I seem to remember Bioshock death, not much really happened, you just went back to your nearest Vita chamber. In this you also lose money. Scary hand. Yup. Anyway, Lighthouse. Not much to see or do here, so I'm speeding up this bit. Well, apart from that bit, in new Eden soil shall I plant thee. Now we're at the top of the lighthouse. Not much to see here. There are those bells to ring, but I grabbed that barrel first and then came back here. And I was trying to look at my inventory to try and find that thing that we saw at the beginning. But all you have to do is walk up to it and it appears. Anyway, ring 122, and then some pretty weird stuff happens, and I'll see you the other side.
What in the world is... All right. Looks like they expect me to sit in their fancy chair. So now... What the hell? Go!
Make yourself ready, Pilgrim. The bindings are there as a safeguard.
No, no, God damn it!
Ascension. Ascension in the count of 5. Count of 4.
No, no.
3, 2, 1.
No!
Ascension. Ascension.
All right, Booger, just stay calm.
5,000 feet. 10,000 feet. 15,000 feet. Hallelujah.
So, this music I used to be able to play on the banjo. Interesting side fact, or not. I haven't picked up the banjo in years. But it's Will the Circle Be Unbroken. This is obviously a much better rendition. And then there's obviously all the poking around in the corners and the looping. And I won't speed this up too much just because I really enjoy the background music, but you've got me talking over it, I'm afraid. So let's listen to it for a bit.
Excuse me, where am I?
Heaven, friend. Or as close as we'll see till Judgment Day.
I best keep such questions to myself, unless I want to get made.
So there's a bit more to see and do down here. I'll cut most of it because it involves me running into walls and nooks and crannies. There's some loot that you can get, and there's these interesting antechambers. And the place is, as you'd expect, stunningly beautiful. Bright and colourful and just gorgeous. There's, just over here, there's the first voxophone, I think. That's what they're called here. There we go. So I'll do a collectibles video showing where they all are.
Because he loves the sinner. Love the sinner because he is you. Without the sinner, what need is there for a redeemer? Without sin, what grace has forgiveness?
Anyway, heading down these stairs. And I probably won't put the rest of the voxophones in this walkthrough, unless people really want to see them or hear them. But heading down here, these stained glass windows are the symbols from the bells, I noticed. I don't know what relevance that has, if any. But this bit's pretty cool, so again I'll let it play out.
And every year, on this day of days, we recommit ourselves to our city and to our prophet, Father Comstock. We recommit through sacrifice and the giving of thanks, and by submerging ourselves in the sweet waters of baptism. And lo, if the prophet had struck down our enemies at noon and not railed against the Sodom beneath us, it would have been enough. Is it someone new? Someone from the Sodom below, newly come to Columbia to be washed clean before our prophet, our founders, and our Lord?
I just need passage into the city.
Passage to the city. Brother, the only way to Columbia is through rebirth in the sweet waters of baptism. Will you be cleansed, brother?
It's either this or turn around and get back on that rocket. Might as well get it over with.
Reach out, brother. Cleanse yourself, brother. Praise the Lord.
Come and be cleansed. Hallelujah!
Hey, I'm just looking to pass through.
Take his hand.
Reach out.
Hey.
I baptize you in the name of our prophet, in the name of our founders, and the name of our Lord. I don't know, brothers and sisters, but this one doesn't look clean to me.
Who's there? Who's there?
Bring us the curb and wipe away the debt.
What do you want?
We had a deal to it. Open this door right now.
I told you. I'm not gonna do it. Now go away.
Mr. DeWitt! Mr. DeWitt!
That idiot priest needs to learn the difference between baptizing a man and drowning one. I need to find a landmark and figure out where the hell I am.
All other nations.
To Father Franklin, a key of gold so that
our prophet fills our lungs with water, so they may better love the air.
So this is, I'm not even sure what, Columbia, I guess. Is it Columbia? Anyway, it's the floating city in the sky. There we go, yeah, what is Columbia? And so I've sped this bit up, I'm just kind of poking around again, going back on myself. My spatial awareness is awful. I'm very rarely aware of where I've been already. I tend to just use a left wall policy. And yes, I'm robbing coins from the fountain, because that's what you do. Steal children's wishes. Anyway, heading down here.
Just because the city flies don't mean it ain't got its fair share of fools. Alright. Still got a girl to find.
So let's find her. DeWitt. But we are up to about 15 minutes, so I will leave it there and see you in the next video. I promise to get the Tomb Raider stuff if you're still needing that out by the end of the week. Otherwise, on the left I'll start uploading the collectibles videos, and on the right is the second part of the playthrough. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. See you in the next one. Bye!